I know it's the new year and many of us are asking God for answers, for breakthroughs, for open doors, for so many things. It's good because we are making New Year resolutions. Everybody wants to start his year on a clean slate. That is perfect. But God is asking us one question. Can I trust you with what you are asking me for? Imagine God running a test in your heart today. What would he find? What would show up? I know we want speed. Everybody wants to start this year sharp. Everybody with all of the energy and all. But what God wants from you is depth. It is beyond speed. Because trust me, open door without the right posture of heart will become a burden. Trust me, it will become a burden. Before God changes your season, he checks your heart, right? He checks the intentions of your heart. Why are you asking for this thing? What is your motive behind this thing you are asking for? That is why we are starting on this slate. We're not starting on this slate because of we want to condemn. You know, it's not about condemnation. It's about allowing God to search our heart, to heal our heart, and to prepare us for what is ahead. This is SoulPage with Tega. Let's examine our hearts together. So tell me, how is your heart? How is it doing? What do you feel inside? I know so many of us are having a lot on our mind. In our heart is full, just like an overloaded phone, right? I don't have space anymore. Why? Sometimes it is from things we hid intentionally, and it is from things that life just throws at us. And we couldn't face this thing because we didn't have the strength, we didn't have enough courage to face them. You must know this, that whatever you store in your heart, that is how the direction of your life will follow. So that's why the Bible said, see, your heart, right? If you guard your heart with all diligence, because everything you store inside will lead your life tomorrow. So what are you holding on to? Let me tell you a story of a woman. Right. So this woman, when you go to her house is all looking put together, beautiful. The sitting room is perfect, organized and everything. But there was a room in her house that was never opened. Now, people didn't know why this room was not opened, but they felt maybe there's something she's keeping there that the people don't need to see. And all, it was not a problem until one day that door broke. And then what was found in that room was a lot of dirt, a lot of impurities, things that are not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be in the trash can. Those were things that were in that room. And that is how some of our hearts are. We store a lot of things and then we don't want to share it. You see, silence does not heal wounds. Let's stop holding this thing. I know we are strong people, but let's stop holding this thing. There are times we need to speak out. Silence does not heal wounds. The danger of this thing is that those wounds you are trying to hide will still bleed. Alright, let me tell you a story of my younger self. When Tega was about 6 years thereabouts, she went out to play, and then she was playing and she picked a stone and put in her nose. Now my nose was blocked. I couldn't breathe, but I didn't want to tell my mom or my siblings because why? I didn't know what their reaction was going to be like. They would have maybe spanked me or shouted at me. Some of us are like this. We don't want people to judge us. That's why we don't even want to speak out. And then I was in pain. I didn't tell my mom. I was sitting, and then after a while, I couldn't hold the pain anymore. I couldn't breathe. It was so painful. And then I had to tell them this was what happened while playing, and inserted the stone in my nose. And that stone, I was already breathing in. It was already inside. Imagine I had told them when it was still at the surface, I would have been able to quickly remove it. It had already gone inside. So I was rushed to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, from one thing or the other, they said I was going to be operated, right? And then, funny enough, how God even helped was that my sister did something with needle and she removed it, and that was how God helped me. But there was something profound. She said, if you had told us this thing from the beginning, it wouldn't have led to this. You see those things in your heart, just if you had spoken on time, they wouldn't have been healing you the way it is. Your heart would have been healed a long time ago, but we are still going through this. Why? Because we hid them. So I want you to ask yourself one question today. What have I refused to face? What is that thing I'm holding on to that I'm scared to talk about? You see, our heart doesn't speak English. It speaks signs, and these signs are from anxiety to bitterness to fear, name it. And they are not just random signs, they are signals. But here's one mistake we make. We treat these signs and we leave the roots. We only treat the reactions that come with that thing. Before anger comes, there is a bitterness, there's something you are bitter about, and then you react, right? And that's what leads to that anger. But what we do is that we just treat that anger at that moment and we leave the room, because trust me, it will keep happening over and over and over again. When God wants to examine us, He doesn't check our makeup, He doesn't check our prayer, He doesn't check our prayer posture, He doesn't check what people even think about us. What He checks is our heart. Your heart is the altar before everything else becomes the sacrifice. So when God wants to examine you, He doesn't care how many hours you pray in tongues. No. What He's checking is the purity of your heart, is your intention. He's checking your honesty. He is checking your brokenness. That is what God is checking tonight. So I want you to go back and examine your heart. I know some of us feel broken. You feel, and then you just see yourself acting by impulse. Because of those things you have stored, they are already shaping your thinking, they are shaping your decisions. That is why we are talking about heart diagnostics today. I want you to go back and search your heart, find out what's the problem. Because trust me, when your heart is bitter, life will become an enemy. But when your heart is whole, you will see life clearly. Remember, everything you become today, everything God will do with you will always begin from the heart. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Go back and reflect. What are these things that triggers me? What is making me this bitter? Find out those things, and that is the first step to healing. You want to heal, then you need to know what the problem is. That is the first step to healing. So I want you to take out this week, find out your triggers, find out your reactions. You can drop it in the comment section, and trust me, we trust God together with you. All right. Now, if you enjoyed this series, we'll be continuing the series next week. And next week, we'll be talking about reboot. Because after you've diagnosed the heart, what else do you need to do? You need a reboot, right? You need a reboot. If you don't want to miss, if you want to be part of this, make sure you don't miss the next episode. Same channel, same day, same time. See you and good night.